you're carrying stuff, that maybe you should share, but you don't want to. And not because you don't want to share it, it's just because you don't want to be it's not nice. The reason why I became a first responder was I liked the idea of kind of working in a group with camaraderie. Going home from work on a normal day is I suppose like anyone else. If you've had a bad day at work, maybe had an argument or something like that, it can be, yeah. But going home when you've seen something really, really bad can be very, very difficult. The part of it is you don't want to talk about that stuff at home. Nobody should have to see this stuff. It's not nice.
Or I suppose for any first responder, I think there's always the really potentially upsetting case. And I know for Dara, he'd often call and say, how are the boys? Are they okay? And I'd just, ask, is everything okay? And kind of get the sense that something must have happened.
I don't know the questions that I really need to ask, the hard questions. Brian's an adrenaline junkie. Like, he loves to do things to the max. He's all or nothing, even with his mental health. He's either amazingly well or amazingly not so well. The challenges that he brings home from his job would be the lack of communication.
First responders have higher rates of mental illness and suicide because sometimes they feel that the supports that are there are not quite for them. And that's when programs like HUGS at Home really do need to be in effect for all emergency services personnel. Well, HUGS at Home is a program for family members and friends of first responders. We aim to teach basic psychological first aid techniques. They take part in scenarios based on real life events, and it promotes discussion with people who are like them, who have experienced the same incidents as their first responders at work, and they get to reflect together, learn together and role play these scenarios so that they can leave with a toolkit of how to better support their first responders.
We look specifically at the skills of psychological first aid, which is namely looking to identify and recognize signs of stress, listening actively to draw the story out of them in a non-confrontational way, and then as required, linking the first responder with other sources of support.
Having that reassurance and hearing some of the things and thinking, okay, I do that, and hopefully it does help and it does support Dara or for other families and their first responders in their lives.
HUGS at Home is important to have that support, even if it's not the spouse giving it, but that they know that there is somebody out there that can listen.
Movember's funding has been amazing for this project. It has enabled us to take on a really diverse research team. It has also enabled us to co-design and recruit people whose voices matter in this project.
So what I hope for the future in terms of first responders is that we first normalize that they experience duty-related trauma, that we normalize that it's okay to talk about it.
My advice to other first responders who are dealing with stuff is talk to somebody, find somebody who can help you. I would suggest maybe talk to your partner, your family. Don't burden them too much, but it might be a help and stop you having a fight at home over something stupid. If the biggest and hardest of us could show vulnerability, it'd probably help everyone else.